I bought a property in Viltrum, and what they do for you is they give you the property.
Hey yo, chill out, you over there playing with...
Right, so not too long ago, I released a video titled, "These places are awful to live in and here's why." And despite it being one of my earlier videos, it did okay. I mean, it didn't rake in like the just over 1,000 views that my normal videos are now getting, which, by the way, thank you very much. But I wanted to go back to that video and make a follow-up to it. But given the current situations of the geopolitical state of the world right now, I don't think I'm going to be talking about the current state of the earth. So instead, I'm going to be focusing on fictional places. So usually, we look into stories to escape into a world that's different from our own, with some being a mystical wonderland that broaden the human imagination, others being a reflection of our own world, only with different people and looks, and others being an absolute downright hellscape that we should avoid at all costs. And that's what exactly we're going to be looking at today, the places that make you thank God that they're not real. Now, I'm going to try my best to avoid the basic and obvious answers such as war-torn cities or apocalyptic wastelands, and instead focus more on the places that you wouldn't necessarily imagine. For example, obviously nobody's going to want to live in a zombie apocalypse, but that's just going to be such a basic bitch answer. I'm talking about the places that you probably thought were cool once, but after watching this video, you'll have second thoughts about. So let's start off this video small with a place that is so grim and disgusting that I will not talk about it for long. I'm talking about France! France is a dirty, disgusting hellscape that I am glad isn't real. The whole country is basically England, but worse. And trust me, that's saying something. They eat such disgusting, weird food like snails and frog's legs. Do you really believe French food is good if it's being cooked by a fucking rat? Their best dish over there is a tray of cigarette butts. They also speak in such a strange, mysterious tongue with words like croissant, baguette. It's disgusting! Their most famous person over there is a goddamn ninja turtle. On top of that, they shit in the river. It fucking stinks there. It looks awful, smells awful, the people are awful. I am so happy France doesn't exist. Moving on! Next up. Literally any city that is home to a superhero. If you are living within the vicinity of a superhero, then you are practically a prime target to be invaded. Prime example, New York literally gets destroyed every single time the Avengers are in town. In Man of Steel, Superman is literally flying General Zod through buildings with people in them. In Spider-Man 2 PS5, this happens. In Invincible, over 100 million people died due to the Invincible War. It's now implied that in season 5 of The Boys that anyone who disagrees with Homelander is going to be sent to a death camp. But the funny thing is, absolutely none of those places pale in comparison to what Gotham is. If I could describe Gotham, it would be like this. Take Chicago and change absolutely nothing about it. It's literally just Chicago. Every single day in Gotham, there is a new masked psychopath blowing something up or killing someone. And the only person going around and saving them is a billionaire with parental issues who has a gimp batsuit who beats people up for a living. But the worst part is, this guy doesn't even kill them. Like, they're literally gonna break out of prison the very next day and like do it all over again. If you've played Arkham Knight, then you know that Batman, instead of calling the Justice League, like an idiot, decides to whip out a tank, only causing more destruction. There is absolutely nowhere safe in this city. If you want to go out and watch a football game, Bane's most likely already blew up the stadium. If you have a hospital appointment at somewhere in this city, Joker's already blew up the hospital. If you're hungry and you want to go to a McDonald's or something, then it's most likely being destroyed by Condiment King or something. That's a real villain, by the way. You probably will be able to buy yourself a 4-bedroom apartment with 2 bathrooms, an A-star Michelin kitchen for about $40 there. They're just chucking away them homes left, right, and center for free because the Riddler's gonna destroy it for his OnlyFans or something. It's literally gonna become a new norm for you. The second you step outside, you're gonna get shot, stabbed, mugged. It's not safe here. It's also bad if you're a criminal there, because if you get your ass kicked by Batman, you're gonna get thrown away to Arkham Asylum. And if you go into Arkham Asylum, then this is gonna happen. How is this supposed to fix the mentally ill? It sucks if you are anywhere in the vicinity of Gotham. You're gonna get mugged. And it's most likely gonna happen by you getting hit over the head with a baseball bat by a girl in a club. Okay, maybe Gotham isn't that bad after all. You know what? I take that back. It fucking sucks. Moving on. Next up, we got The Park. Regular show. If you're working at the park from regular show, then your life is just gonna change forever. First off, these two jackasses, Mordecai and Rigby, both work there. These two slackers do the dumbest shit over the dumbest things. And usually what that thing does is either ruin your life or destroy the entire park. Let me give you some examples. Mordecai and Rigby got bored and decided to play video games instead of setting up the chairs for a child's birthday party. As a result, they managed to summon one of the bosses from the game and it destroys the entire park. They summoned a black hole over a game of rock, paper, scissors. They had to teach a party horse US history or else the whole world would explode. And that's just the basic Tuesday antics of what goes on in this show. If you're at the park, you're gonna have to work alongside these two dickheads and you're gonna put up with weird shit every single day. Next up is a surprising one for you lot. Teletubby Land. I would not last 5 minutes in this shithole. Everyone's too fucking happy. There's literally one house in the entire land and I've seen better homes in Grimsby. The only food they have is this weird pink stuff, whatever the fuck that is. But the worst part of all, there is a giant fucking baby in the sun. Why is there a giant baby in the sun watching everything you do? I'd be terrified if I saw that in person. Is that like their god or something? Is there Teletubby Christianity? Was there a Teletubby Jesus? I don't know. I'm asking too many questions. Moving on. Next up, Berserk. Now, I don't know much about the manga or the show, but from what I've gathered, it's basically Japanese Game of Thrones. I only know a few of the characters and the eclipse, and that's about it. All I know is everyone you know and love is most likely either gonna die or betray you in some degree. On top of that, you have to fight a whole load of demons and monsters that not only want to kill you, but also want to do things to you that I'm not allowed to show on YouTube. Like, put yourself in Guts' position. Imagine cutting off your own arm because a guy you thought was dead starts forcing himself upon your girlfriend. That's a canon event! And all that Griffith wanted was to make his own kingdom. He could have just started a Minecraft server instead of killing all of his friends. Anyway, moving on to the last one. The final place that I wanted to go over, Night City, Cyberpunk. Now, if there is absolutely anything sci-fi movies have taught me, it's two things. One, I want my own lightsaber. Two, the future absolutely sucks. And if you've watched movies like Blade Runner, Ghost in the Shell, or Akira, it takes a lot of inspiration from those movies. And if you've never played the game or watched Edge Runners, allow me to explain what Night City is like. If you ever wondered what the pinnacle of Polish engineering would look like, it would be Night City. Every single corner of the game had a poor Polish femboy chained to a wall detailing every single minuscule thing. Night City is a crime-infested dystopia where companies like OnlyFans have become more powerful than Tesla. It's literally more common to find guns in the street than food. The police are practically useless and they all just let the gangs kill each other instead. Everybody in the city is decked out head to toe in cybernetics. In the game, you literally have the ability to build your character out like General Grievous from Star Wars. Personally, when I play the game, I give myself a Sandevistan and joint tendons just so I can get that David Martino thing. Then I max out my body, reflexes, and technical ability so that way I'm running around the map like a cracked out spider monkey. Like, you can do all of that stuff, but for whatever reason, you can't turn your dick into a missile. And this game even allows you to customize your genitalia. But then again, who's to say my dick isn't already a missile? Ladies, call me. So you can't turn your dick into a missile, but Grimes is allowed to deck her whole body out in silver. That's right. Grimes is in the game. This is the closest I'll ever get to bitch smacking Elon Musk in the face. Speaking of Elon, if he was to exist in this game, he'd be revered as God. Why? Well, allow me to explain. Corporations have practically replaced the government and also have any form of involvement in shady activity going on in the city. There's literally a side quest where someone's mind controlling the mayor to give corpos more power. You have to pay a monthly subscription just to get an ambulance in this city. Basically modern day America. It shares the exact same rate of violence as Gotham, only everybody has a cybernetic enhancement to kill you and the government's in on it. On top of that, you can't trust a single person here. Everybody there ends up betraying you. The only person you can trust in the game is the cybernetic terrorist asshole in your head that looks like Keanu Reeves. And that guy tells you to kill yourself the moment you meet him. Night City is an awful place. Everything's expensive, everybody's a robot, everybody wants to kill you, everybody's depressed, and that's it. The only time you're happy in the game is when you're outside of the city with a group of tarmac rats. And on top of that, it's in California. I said in my last video that's the worst place you can live in. That's the last place I wanted to go over. The end. Anyway, I think maybe I should just leave the video there for now and we'll carry on with this some other point. If you want me to make a follow-up to this video, maybe going back to real world places or continuing on with this, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and please share the video with your friends. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching my other videos. I love you all consensually. And in conclusion, it finally dropped! So what do you wanna do? What's your point of view? There's a party screwed. Do I wanna go? Is there anyone staying at your house? And I love floor.